Welcome back, everyone. Your loyal captain, Gear 100, is back again for another story time for his faithful crew for you guys today. All right. It's going to be a 2-video special today. I'm sorry for those who have saw my Gojo. What if Deku was Gojo? I swear to God, I don't know what happened. That video got corrupted on my part, and for some reason, it was just messing up, and I didn't want it to mess up like my other videos, so I had to delete it really quickly, and it's just ridiculous. So I'm probably gonna have to remake something. But anyway, besides all that, I have a special offer for you guys. And you know what? Yeah, right here, right now, before we even start the video, have you guys ever wanted to be in one of my videos and not just getting a shout out and everything else? Well, now you're in luck, because now, I already have I've been had a Discord server pretty much up, but I just never really gotten around to using Discord like that because I'm not a social media type of person. But you know what? I'm putting up my channel, my Discord server on this. That way you guys can talk to me and potentially even be in one of my videos. That way we can both talk about the story times together as I started discussing it on YouTube, and you guys can be put up onto the channel with permission, of course, if you guys want to be heard on my channel. But that's also a great thing. So look in the description down below. Go to the Discord. Make sure you're in the Discord server, and actually come back to the video to watch this. And you know, with all that being said, so join the Discord. Talk to me about anything, videos, whatever the heck you guys want to discuss about, and give me some ideas. Give me your own input onto what you guys would like to see in the videos as well. Give me some ideas. Anything you guys can do. Anything you guys got in your brain, I'm willing to listen. Just make sure it's a very good one. So, with all that being said, I've talked enough. Let's get to the video. Attribute Deku Part 2. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Cue the intro!
It doesn't matter who's wrong.
So we pick off with All Might giving Deku one for all and telling him to meet him at Dagobah Beach the next day. Deku had asked can he bring Ochako because, well, they do a lot of things together and this would be good training for her as well. And All Might said, sure, but the one for all training stuff is going to have to be with them in private then. And Deku says okay because obviously the secret of one for all can't be told. I mean, but Deku's going to tell Uraraka, like, at a different point in time. Okay, he has to... Well, he's known Uraraka for so many years, so Deku feels like he can tell Uraraka. But anyway, it's up to her. Well, up to him, and I don't know. Whatever you guys want to say about this. So, let's move on. So, Uraraka invites Uraraka out to training, but Uraraka says she can't. But Deku just says not to worry about whatever training she's got going on because this is a good surprise he's got. Ochako obviously trusts Deku in this one, so he goes with this. This is cool. All right, so when Uraraka meets Deku at Dagobah Beach, she also sees All Might and wonders what the hell is All Might doing here. As All Might said, he offered to train Izuku, and Deku had asked, could he also bring Uraraka, which All Might happily agreed to. And Uraraka was excited because one, she's meeting All Might for like the first time in person. So this is obviously a big surprise for anyone and happiness right here. And number 2, they're both getting training from the #1 hero. So that's also a very great thing. And All Might said this is basically just muscle training for the body. And Deku just says, oh, this is what he needs for his quirk anyway. And Uraraka just said she's been needing muscle, like body training for a while now. She's done very light work, as opposed to what Izuku's been doing, but this is the first time she's gonna heavily focus on it. And All Might just says that's good. So, with like all the lifting that they're both gonna be doing, Deku gets, okay. Now, it wouldn't be as beneficial. Wait, you know what? Actually, it is. And I'm gonna say why. So this is how it works. Because Deku wants to get extra training in, he doesn't just clean the beach. He also takes all of that scrap to the junkyard by himself. So literally at nighttime when All Might and Uraraka are at home, Deku is still outside moving that trash to the actual junkyard. And I mean legitimately carrying it. Because it's a part of his physical training and to boost his own attribute quirk that he's been working on. Now, I promised you guys that I would tell you guys the secret about Deku's attribute quirk, and I feel like I can do it now. Can I do it now? You know what? Yes, I feel like no. Okay, yes, I feel like I can do it now because I feel like it's the perfect opportunity for Deku to get to studying, and he has a lot more time to know what it does. I'm gonna be free. If you guys thought Deku was useful before, and I know what you guys might be thinking, how would One For All amplify his quirk as it is now? I'm going to tell you guys that. So let me get it all done. So Deku gets this part of his training done in like 3 months because he's already physically strong and his body can physically handle a lot of stress put on it. It's just Uraraka who has to do the physical part. But the One For All training, Deku asks All Might, is there more he's missing? But All Might would tell Deku like what he does with the quirk on a daily basis. And I feel like Deku should have been let known that like immediately instead of just using 100% in one limb to just break his bones. I mean, come on, All Might, you use it on a daily basis and you couldn't even tell Deku the most simplest of information. I know he's an idiot, but hey, come on, man, it's what you do with the quirk all the time. Oh well. So anyway, with that situation being kept hidden, he tells Izuku that the way to use One For All is throughout your entire body and constantly circulate it like a flow of water. And Deku starts using it automatically, and as you guys can see here, Deku's One For All is actually red in this one, because red is personally my favorite color, and so I just like the way it's utilized here. And Deku's full cowling, it's absolutely insane. So, should I give Deku 100% off the bat? I'm thinking, you know what? Yeah, screw it. I feel like I can do it. I'm giving Deku 100% off the bat because Deku's been building his body for so many years. He's been doing it for 14 years straight. Ever since he got in his quirk, he was 4. He's 18 now. Technically 19 because it's about to be a year of training. And, well, I feel like Deku has a much higher and much more stable body in order to use the power. And plus, the way Deku had to use the power is because he has to have a stable and usable body for it. So, I feel like Deku actually has that. In about 15 years now of training, constant training and heavy body training in order to get use out of his quirk. Oh yeah, Deku getting 100% off the bat just wouldn't, it feels perfect. It just wouldn't feel right if I gave him any lower percentages. I know you guys might say, well, that wouldn't really give him much of a struggle. But, yes, while you're right on that, Deku is still going to struggle with his powers due to this one thing I'm doing here. Okay, oops. Hold on. There we go. So, when Deku uses a full cowling, it's very insane on what he can do with it. Give me 1 second. Okay, so All Might would call Gran Torino just because since Deku can use 100% off the bat, he might as well get some extra tutelage out of this training because it's only been you know what, I'm gonna give him the halfway mark. They're at the 6-month mark now, and since Deku can use 100% off the bat, there's really nothing we're gonna teach him except how to fight and how to maneuver himself, which Deku already knows how to do. But Gran Torino could give him a much more agile type of approach to his fighting style, which Deku would kind of need for what he's about to get. So All Might would call Gran Torino, and Deku would get the tutelage from Gran Torino, which would be actually very beneficial to Deku. But okay, now it's time for me to give you guys the secret on Deku's quirk. I hope you guys are ready for this. This is why I came to the attribute pick instead of anything else. So one day, finally, All Might just left Deku's training up to him now because he can use 100% now, and he even offered Deku to get a recommendation. And you know what? Deku even took it because this will be All Might's first recommendation ever in history. So being represented by the #1 hero and being recommended by the #1 hero and representing him is something that Deku would just love in this whole process. So of course he would do this. But now it's time for Deku to learn something else about his quirk. One day Deku would wake up and okay, they're at the okay, I need to shorten Deku's time of learning how to use this. That way it's not off the bat. I said 6 months, so the halfway mark. And Deku's been training with Gran Torino, so 6, 7, 8, 9. Nah, because Gran Torino's the former number 2 hero, so I'm not gonna do it just like that. So, you know what? Yeah, 3 months would suffice upon Deku, because Deku's potential rate is just way too high. So 3 months on that. Oh yeah, if you guys want to know Deku's level, instead of 120, it's now at like 240. I can do another 120 levels. So Deku's stats are way up there. But now it's time for you guys to learn the greater truth. Alright, here we go. So Deku woke up one day and he's trying to think of what can he do for the remainder of the next 3 months. He could just heavily train his body with Ochako, but Deku feels like his body is already, well, at its peak when it comes to performance of like this. So, he's wondering what else can he do. When Ochako invites him out to train, Deku obviously takes it because there's nothing else for him to do. And, okay, here we go. So at the training, let's do this for a second. So while Deku and Uraraka are pretty much just doing training at the gym right now, just lifting a bit, Deku just pulls up like his attribute menu. He pulls up his menu. I should just do that. Deku just pulls up his menu and just experimenting with his quirk and just wondering what's going on. And Uraraka is asking, "What's wrong, Izuku?" I feel like there's more to my quirk that I'm not using, because okay, with One For All, Deku would just tell Ochako that his quirk had managed to evolve and now he actually has something good on it, and Ochako would claim that's you know what? Nah. Deku would actually hold off from using One For All because he's keeping it a secret, because Deku needs a reason to actually use it. But he's just gonna tell Uraraka that his quirk evolved or something like that. Until Deku would finally look at his attribute menu. Finally, guys, it's time for me to tell ya. So when Deku is looking at his I'm trying to think, guys. Okay, so when Deku is looking at his attribute bar, he's just really thinking to himself, is this all he's got in One For All? Because, come on, like, if his quirk is truly just attributes, why isn't there anything more? Until Uraraka just says, sorry about that, Uraraka just says something that Deku probably should have done ages ago. Maybe it really does work like a video game. Why not try sliding the screen over? And Deku, like, feels like a fucking idiot as he tries. He literally slides his screen over, and you want to know what Deku finds, guys? Bum, bum, bum. I'm going to do it on my phone, too. Whoop! A skill tree. For the first time in freaking 15 years, Deku realizes his quirk really could have been so much more if he just paid attention to the most things about his quirk, if he had just tried. Are you kidding me? Yep, guys, Deku has a skill tree, and that's what makes it even better. No fucking way. And look, Deku can even see his stats all the way up there, and every other thing right there. No. Are you kidding me? Deku finally, realized that he had a skill tree the whole time. And if you guys don't know what a skill tree is, let me see if I can find it on the wiki or a fandom. That way I can explain it to you guys. Sorry guys, I couldn't find anything like a wiki for a skill tree, but you guys probably should know what this is if you guys have played certain games. So you guys should know what I'm talking about. The more you level up, the more points you have in your attributes to actually learn a few skills. So Deku sees that on his thing, all he had to do was just upgrade himself to actually have these certain skills. Deku feels like a fucking idiot. Are you kidding me? He could have had this the entire time, and he didn't even know. Now, alright, I know what you guys are going to say, but wait, wouldn't that make Deku too OP if he keeps all his stats and with the skill trees to combine it? Now, here's the catch. To unlock these abilities in the skill tree, Deku has to sacrifice his attribute points. Well, just like in any other ordinary thing, for the currency you guys would need to use to unlock the skill tree in certain games, Deku has to sacrifice his attribute points. So he has to literally downgrade one of his certain attributes like strength, speed, jump, whatever, in order to unlock these skill trees. And to make it just a bit harder, Deku has to meet certain requirements to use these skills. Like, let's say, I'm trying to think, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. Let's say, ooh, I got it. Oh, Deku already has the one for all, like, extra quirks in there. So I don't really think that any of that would happen, but I got an idea. So let's say Deku wanted to get a super jump, and then like eventually it turns into flight. Deku would have to increase his jump power to be able to use that. Now, like, float will just make him be able to fly regardless. So I don't know what's the deal with that. Also, I've seen the latest My Hero Academia chapter, but no spoilers here. I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, I'm trying to think. What's next? Oh, I got it. So let's say Deku. I got this. This is gonna be crazy. Let's say Deku wanted to go intangible like Mirio. Deku would have to increase his speed so much to the point where, like, phasing like with his molecule or spreading his molecules with his speed would actually be possible in order to pull something like that off. Or Deku would have, if Deku wanted to be an immovable wall like the Nomu at the USJ, or be able to just straight up tank hits like Shigaraki in the War Arc. If you guys have read if you guys should know that at this point, Deku would have to increase his defense, and literally he would have a skill called Infinity Wall or Immovable Object. And Deku even also has access to buffs as well, like from his skill tree. That's like an extra thing. Deku can buff himself. Like, let's say Deku wanted to increase like his hit points with one for all. Deku would just have to, like, literally just say bulk up or attack boost or something, or critical hit improvements, and he can literally do stuff like that. Yeah, Deku is wide amounts of broken because of this new ability that he found out about himself. And Uraraka was right. See, Izuku, you had nothing to worry about the whole time. I told you. You were special. You just had to figure it out. And Deku could not believe this. Can you guys imagine one for all with this type of stuff? Oh yeah, also Deku has, because of gear shift, Deku has access to a different type of mode, and it's called overdrive. You know what? Nah, I call it override. Yeah, Deku calls it override, and all of Deku's skills are boosted times 9. Whatever attributes he has right now, they're boosted times 9 because he's the 9th user of one for all. And the fact is, he can use all of his skills, but here's the downside of it. It starts taking his attributes away. Even though they're all boosted times 9, it's still eating away at its points. It's kind of like Deku's own super form. And, you know, when he has supersonic and supersonic whatever, and it eats away at your rings, that's what it does to Deku's points. It eats away at all of his points. I don't mean one goes down and then another. No, all of Deku's attributes start slowly going down. 1, 2, 3, 4. You start losing attribute points, like one after another. So Deku has to be very careful and utilize that power, like, efficiently. He can't just use it recklessly. Well, he can if he wanted to, but then he'll just be left with 0 points. Well, not really, because the 9th user of one for all, if Deku were to get rid of all of his attribute points, let's say he spends all of them on his skill tree, and Deku would just be left with 10 points on everything. Because, like I said, when Deku started off as level 0, he had 1 in everything. But since he's the 9th user of one for all, basically it boosted everything times 9. So now Deku naturally has a 10 in absolutely everything, which would just be average, or pretty much which would just be average on Deku's scaling. So he would have to rebuild his points back up. And yeah, Deku gets reset back to level 0 if he uses all of his points. So he would have to literally regain experience again just to get all of those points back. So Deku's a high risk, high value type of situation, but Deku's a very high value type of person, and depends on what he is. Because, man, if he increases his health so much, Deku could actually just get regeneration on his health. So the damage that he suffers wouldn't even be permanent. And the craziest thing is, if Deku wanted to, he could put his points into a copy ability to be able to copy and store your quirk, having his own all-for-one ability. I'm making Deku proper type of OP and broken in this state here. But you know what? I like doing stuff like this. So yeah, guys, this is Deku's hidden aspect of his quirk. So now when he tells All Might and Gran Torino about this, god dang, All Might truly knows that he did pick a very powerful vessel to hold One for All. And Deku can't hold it. And he won't suffer any damage like the fourth user. So, woof! Yeah, let's move on, shall we? So finally, the year of training is over, and okay, Deku has been training non-stop to be able to rack up points for those skill trees. But Deku is really thinking about it. Does he want to sacrifice his points, well, just to be able to use the points in his skill tree? Like, they could be very useful, and Deku is a strategist, so obviously, and very smart. So he could easily, and I mean easily, plan a way around using these skills. And that would just make him the most broken hero ever. So, Deku has to think on this. But when the year of training is over, it's time for Deku to go to his entrance exam. Obviously, he got in through recommendation, so he goes through a different department than Uraraka and that would go through, and Bakugo as well. So, with all of this happening, I find it pretty neat. But you know what, guys? I don't think I've done enough just yet. So, here we go. In the recommendation area, Deku actually just sees Momo, Todoroki, and a whole lot of other recommended people who got in like through rich families or just whatever, who just who just have an innate latent talent. But Deku just feels like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So anyway, let's see how this pans out. So Deku honestly just has to go through the written test. There isn't really anything too special about it. So with all of that being said, Deku actually scores a very high 90. Like, Momo got a perfect 100 on it, but it's pretty obvious Deku wasn't going to beat that. But anyway, okay. So, moving on from that situation, what happens next is something predetermined, as they just watch how the physical exams go through. And Deku, seeing Uraraka about to get crushed by the Zero Pointer, he knows she's strong. But, with this being said, Deku knows that with the Zero Pointer, Uraraka probably isn't ready to use her gravity on something that heavy yet. So Deku gets up and literally, he went so fast it looks like he just teleported. But when people are running away and Uraraka's crying for help, Deku is already there and he's ready. And I mean, just like in the anime, this guy here. Alright guys, I know this is like fat gum or whatever using his quirk, but this is the amount of power that Deku has stored up. Deku is physically that strong enough to be using One for All like this. So the power surrounds Deku's hand as Ochako sees him running, and boom! He shoots right into the air as that red surge of power goes through Deku. Everybody's wondering, who is this guy? And right before, Deku says, like, so... Deku remembers All Might's words as he gets ready. So clench your butt cheeks, kid, and yell this from the depths of your heart. Here we go. Smash! Boom! Deku didn't just punch the robot's face in, he knocked it off. Like, woo! And I mean, it was that, oh my lord. Yeah, Deku didn't just cave the robot's face in, no, he knocked the head off. You know what, now, the entire top half of the robot, from literally shoulders up, completely gone. Shoulders up of the robot is gone. Deku just completely obliterated it. And Deku sitting there, is left there in the air wondering, holy crap, like, I'm that strong? Yeah, it was that crazy that Deku just knocked it off. Everybody is left flabbergasted at what the heck Deku just did. Even the people in the recommendation era, Momo and Todoroki Momo's jaw dropped. Todoroki is like shocked. Who the f is this guy? And Deku can't fly yet, because Deku doesn't know that he is slowly floating down. And Deku's like, as he's coming down, he doesn't know that float has just been activated. You guys are gonna have to wait for that one. So, yeah, Deku's about to, an early appearance of the One for All quirks are happening here. So, yeah, when Deku comes down from the, Deku basically has slow falling right now. He's like those chickens in Minecraft, because they can't take fall damage. Deku's literally slow falling coming down right now. So, as that happens, this is what everyone sees when they come down. They just see the red lightning surging from Deku, and he's not even using 100%. This is Deku like using 5, only 5%, because he didn't want to accidentally destroy everything. So, but everyone still sees this guy. What the? As Deku helps Uraraka up, and like he picks her up bridal style and takes her back to the entrance of where oh my god, everyone else is, and yeah, everyone knows. Yeah, this guy is definitely getting in, no doubt about it. Oh lord, and Nezu and All Might, like, well, All Might's proud, and Nezu looks at All Might and points to him. Is that? Yep. Okay, so All Might pretty much confirmed that. That's a successor right there. Oh lord, we got a whole can of worms. All right, next thing. Okay, so finally. After they get like about 2 weeks. Well, Deku gets his uniform in already because, you know, he's in through recommendation and he's already in Class 1A. So, well, it was All Might's influence. No shit, he was gonna get in. But Uraraka still has to wait for like the 2 weeks to get accepted and then go get her uniform. So Deku gets all that right away. Deku's like an XL and freaking because of his biceps and boy, this, oh my lord. All right, but anyway. All right, it's time to make some wholesomeness happen, guys. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? So Deku and Uraraka are pretty much going on a date right here. Well, kind of. They're just spending time together outside because they know once they get into UA, they won't really get to do that as much anymore. And this whole year of spending time together, training, and just, well, hanging out has been a good thing, but they haven't really established that they're a couple yet. Well, Deku's about to spit some Riz, and it's about to be established. So let's get it going. So while they're just hanging out, Deku just picked up groceries for his mom, and he's wondering what he's going to make because, well, Deku's somewhat learned how to cook because he wanted to do so for Uraraka. Because he invited Uraraka over to his house for dinner, and it's pretty obvious Inko knows about Ochako, and Ochako's parents knows about Izuku. So they allowed it to happen, and Deku's thinking, what could he make? And Deku decided on making hot pot. So that'll be a good thing. It'll be a hell of a time to make, but hey, it'll be good. All right, so while they're going on, Deku told Uraraka, while they're walking back to his house, Deku says that he's... when they get back, he needs to tell Uraraka something, and Uraraka's like, okay then. So, when they finally make it back into Deku's house, Deku is pretty much, he knows he can trust Uraraka, because they've known each other for years now, and Deku puts all his belief in Uraraka. So it's time for him to learn the truth about one aspect of his quirk. The skill tree isn't the reason why he unlocked such a powerful state about his quirk. And after asking All Might about this, because, well, Ochako's soon to be his girlfriend or whatever, All Might was, gave Izuku the clear, but not to go spreading business like this. Because if it gets out, then Izuku is in real mortal danger here. But All Might gave the clear for Ochako because he's trained her for a year and he's like, why not? So Deku told Uraraka all about One For All and how he was chosen to be the next #1 hero. By All Might to be his successor. And Ochako's happy for Izuku, but why tell her about this? Like, what's the point? Because Deku said he wants to keep no secrets between the two, and he feels like he can really trust Uraraka with this. And also, there's another thing that he wants to share with, or this is a power that he wants to share with Uraraka. But wait, that would require Deku to pass on like One For All to share it, right? Not really. Because with this Deku's skill tree, he did kind of spend a few things in order just on Deku's person. Now, give me 1 second, guys. Now, you guys are going to claim so much BS on here, but keep in mind, this is just a fanfic story, and I want to keep things interesting for you guys. So, I might as well do something like this. So, with Deku, oh my god, with Deku's skill tree ability, he shows Uraraka something that he unlocked in his skill tree. Even through from what Deku thinks infinite powers he could unlock throughout his entire hero career, he found an ability that he wanted to do, and it's called the ability of share. Deku can share some of it. Deku can share his abilities with other people, and Deku can do this for however long he would want this to be. So in theory, Deku could legitimately share One for All with Uraraka. And Uraraka would say, like, would put this off that this is a power chosen by All Might onto Deku. She can't, like, just freeload off of Izuku. And Deku would say he trusts Uraraka fully with this, and he knows Uraraka is a true hero at heart. And plus, Deku also likes Uraraka, and he pretty much just says this out loud. Like, Uraraka does get freaking red-faced and everything. Like, oh, what? Oh, Chaco, it's been so many years, and we've been pretending like it was just friends. We literally hold hands in public. Like, isn't that what close friends do? And, Jesus Christ. Deku gets up, he grabs one of Uraraka's hand with his hand, and then he just straight up kisses it and asks Ochako, will she be his girlfriend? And Ochako happily said yes, if you'll be my boyfriend. And, well, that's a good thing. Hey, and with this being said, hey, contact was all it needed because Deku did it in a very slick way. So with that being said, Ochako Uraraka also has One for All, guys. Yes. Yes! I wanted to do this for a while now because I was like, you know what? It's been an idea and it's been something I have not done yet. And it's something that no one on YouTube has ever done because it just wasn't possible. Well, I just made it possible. So I hope this attribute Deku gets the appreciation I hope it gets, because, well, this has been a long one in the making that I've just been working on, and I've honestly just been thinking on what I could do and how I could expand it. I mean, guys, can you imagine? Like, Uraraka with the power of One for All. Can you guys just imagine and, like, try to comprehend how powerful that is? And I gave her gravity manipulation. So, literally improving her gravity, I don't even know how crazy it could get. So, you guys tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. And like I said, go down to the Discord below so you guys can get... can give me, and we can talk about ideas and videos, and one day, hey, maybe you guys can be in a video where we start talking about this stuff. But with all that being said, guys, I'm gonna end this video right here. Give me your true thoughts on it, 5 likes to continue this series, and tell me down in the comment section below what you guys think of this. So, with that being said, y'all already know what to do. Y'all already know how it is. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Peace!
She likes it when I hit, when I tap. Wait, what? Ay, shawty's the same, not without me, she ain't function. Running up the game, I don't got no time for love. Shawty 60